We all know that heartache is a universal experience. It's a pain that cuts deep, a pain that feels like it might never end. Heartache is something that touches us all at some point. It's not a sign of weakness, nor is it something to be ashamed of. It's a part of life, a part of the human experience. It's okay to feel the sting of heartache. It's okay to let the tears flow, to let the pain wash over you. Your feelings are valid, they're real. They're a testament to your capacity to love, to feel, to connect with others. So let yourself feel, let yourself grieve. But in the midst of this pain, remember one thing: this too shall pass. Like a storm, it may be fierce, it may be overwhelming, but it will pass. You will see the sun again, you will feel joy again. Remember, it's okay to not be okay. It's okay to feel the pain, the loss. But it's also important to remember that this too shall pass. I too have been in your shoes. Heartache is a journey I'm all too familiar with. The pain is not foreign to me. I remember when I had my heart shattered. It was like a vase falling from a height, breaking into a million pieces, each shard reflecting a memory, a moment that once was but now was no more. It was a relationship that meant the world to me, one that I'd invested my heart and soul into. But as they say, not all things are meant to last. When it ended, the world around me seemed to crumble. The sun wasn't as bright, food lost its taste, and laughter, oh laughter, it felt like a distant memory, a forgotten song. The pain was unbearable, a gnawing emptiness that seemed to consume me. It felt like I was drowning, struggling to keep my head above the waves of despair. But then something shifted. I realized that in order to heal, I had to accept the pain, live with it, not fight it. I had to let the waves wash over me, not resist them. I started acknowledging my feelings, stopped putting on a brave face. It was okay to cry, to grieve. It was okay to feel broken. And slowly I began to heal. The process was slow, sometimes painful, but necessary. Healing isn't linear, it's a journey filled with peaks and valleys. Through this journey, I discovered a strength within me I never knew existed. I learned that it's okay to fall as long as you get up, dust yourself off and keep moving. I learned that it's okay to be vulnerable, to seek help when needed. I learned that heartaches, as painful as they might be, are life's way of teaching us invaluable lessons. That was a tough time in my life, but it taught me so much about myself and about life. It taught me resilience, it taught me patience, it taught me self-love. And I promise you, it does get better. The sun does shine brighter, food does regain its taste, and laughter, oh laughter, it does find its way back to you. Healing is a process, and it's different for everyone. There's no one-size-fits-all approach. We often think of healing as a linear progression, a straight path leading from pain to peace. But the truth is, it's much more complex than that. Healing is not a race. It's a journey with its own twists and turns, ups and downs. Let's explore the different stages of healing. They often mirror the stages of grief, as identified by Swiss psychiatrist Elisabeth Kübler-Ross. First, there's denial. This is when the pain feels too overwhelming to accept. It's a defense mechanism, a way for our minds to shield us from the full impact of the loss. Next comes anger. It's a natural reaction to feel resentful, to question why this happened to you. It's important to remember that it's okay to feel this way. Your feelings are valid. Then there's bargaining. This stage is characterized by what if and if only statements. It's a way of trying to regain control, to negotiate away the pain. Following this is depression. This is often the most challenging stage. You may feel a deep sense of sadness and despair. It's crucial during this time to reach out to loved ones or seek professional help if needed. Finally comes acceptance. This doesn't mean that you're okay with what happened. Instead, it's about recognizing that the pain is a part of your life, but it doesn't define you. Throughout these stages, it's essential to remember that everyone's healing process is unique. You may not experience all these stages, or you may cycle through them in a different order. That's okay. It's also vital to emphasize that it's okay to move at your own pace. There's no set timetable for healing. It's not a competition. It's about taking the time you need to nurture your mind and body, to process your emotions, and to find your way back to a sense of balance and well-being. Remember, healing takes time. It's okay to take all the time you need. Self-care is so important, especially when you're dealing with a heartache. You've probably heard the term self-care thrown around a lot, but what does it really mean? Essentially, it's about taking the time to do things that nourish your mind, body, and soul. It's about treating yourself with the same kindness and compassion you'd show to a dear friend. Imagine a garden. It needs sunlight, water, and good soil to thrive, right? It's the same with us. We need to nourish ourselves to grow and flourish. In the context of a heartache, self-care becomes even more crucial. It's the sunlight that helps you bloom again, the water that keeps you thriving, and the soil that grounds you when you feel like you're falling apart. One of the most effective self-care strategies is journaling. It's a safe space where you can pour out your thoughts and feelings without judgment. It's like having a conversation with yourself, which can be incredibly therapeutic. Then there's meditation. It's not about emptying your mind, but rather about becoming aware of your thoughts and feelings without getting caught up in them. It's about finding a quiet space within yourself, even when there's a storm raging outside. Exercise too plays a pivotal role in self-care. It's not just about keeping your body fit, but also about releasing pent-up emotions and stress. You'd be surprised how much lighter you feel after a good workout. And let's not forget about seeking therapy. There's absolutely no shame in seeking help when you're hurting. Therapists are trained professionals who can guide you through your journey of healing and help you develop coping strategies. Remember, self-care doesn't mean you have to do it all alone. Reach out to loved ones, seek professional help, and most importantly, be kind to yourself. Self-care is not about being selfish. It's about taking care of your mind, your body, and your soul. It's the fuel that keeps you going, the light that guides you through the darkest nights, and the love that helps you heal. So, go ahead, care for yourself because you're worth it. No man is an island. We all need support, especially in our darkest times. The journey towards healing from heartache is not one that should be walked alone. It's a path where the company you keep can make all the difference. Friends, family, and even professional help can be the lighthouse guiding you through the stormy seas of heartache. Friends are more than just people who share our happy moments. They are the pillars that hold us up during our lowest lows. They are the ones who will sit with you, listen to you, and remind you of your worth when you've forgotten it. They are the ones who will laugh with you to lighten your heart, and who will let you cry on their shoulders when you need to let it all out. They are the bridges over our troubled waters. Family, on the other hand, is the root system that grounds us. They are the people who've known us the longest, who've seen us grow, who understand our past and believe in our future. They are the ones who will hold our hands and assure us that, like seasons, this too shall pass. They are the ones who will remind us that we are loved, no matter what. But sometimes the heartache might be too overwhelming, and that's perfectly okay. That's when professional help comes into the picture. Therapists, counselors, and support groups can provide a safe space for you to express your feelings without judgment. They can equip you with the tools to manage your emotions and guide you through the process of healing in a healthy and constructive way. Opening up about your feelings is not a sign of weakness. Rather, it is a testament to your strength. It takes courage to expose your vulnerabilities and seek help. Bottling up your feelings only delays the healing process and intensifies the pain. Remember, it's okay to ask for help. You're not alone in this. You are surrounded by love, support, and understanding. Embrace it, lean on it, and let it guide you towards healing. They say what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, and it's true. Heartache can be a catalyst for growth. Let's talk about how heartache can be a learning experience. When we're in the throes of pain, it's hard to imagine that anything good could come out of it. But just like a piece of coal under pressure becomes a diamond, our pain can be transformed into something beautiful and valuable. Heartache, as excruciating as it may be, can make us stronger. It's like a workout for the soul. Just as our muscles grow stronger through the stress of exercise, our emotional resilience can be built through the challenges of heartache. We learn to endure, to persevere, to keep going even when the going gets tough. And in the end, we come out of it stronger than we were before. Heartache can also make us wiser. It's a harsh teacher, but an effective one. It teaches us about the impermanence of things, about the necessity of letting go, about the beauty of vulnerability. It can show us our own strength, our own capacity to heal and to grow. It can teach us to appreciate the good times more, knowing that they are fleeting, and to be more compassionate during the bad times, knowing that they too shall pass. And perhaps most importantly, heartache can make us more empathetic. When we have felt pain, we understand the pain of others. We're more likely to reach out a hand to someone else who's hurting, to offer a word of comfort, to be a source of light in someone else's darkness. We learn to be kinder, to be more understanding, to be more loving, because we know what it's like to hurt. Heartache is tough, but it can also be a teacher. It can teach us about ourselves, about life, and about love. It's not easy, but if we're willing to learn, we can turn our pain into strength, our heartache into wisdom, and our suffering into compassion. Moving forward doesn't mean forgetting. It means learning, growing, and continuing to live. So let's delve into this. How important is it to not get stuck in the past? Well, think about it. If you're driving a car and you keep looking in the rearview mirror, what's going to happen? You'll miss what's in front of you, and you might even crash. The same principle applies to life. If you're constantly dwelling on the past, you're not living in the present. You're not seeing the opportunities and possibilities that are right in front of you. Moving forward is a crucial part of the healing process. It's about accepting what happened, understanding that it has shaped you in some way, but also recognizing that it doesn't define you. You're not the same person you were before the heartache. You've grown, you've changed, you've become stronger, wiser, more resilient. Let's be clear here. Moving forward doesn't mean you have to rush into a new relationship or pretend everything is okay when it's not. It means taking one step at a time at your own pace. It's about finding joy in the little things again. A beautiful sunset, a good book, the laughter of a friend. It's about finding yourself, your passions, your purpose in life again. And yes, there will be moments of doubt, moments when you'll question if you can truly move on. But remember, you've already come so far. You've weathered the storm, you've faced the pain, and you're still standing. That's proof of your strength, your resilience. Moving forward is not a destination, it's a journey. It's a journey of self-discovery, of healing, of growth. It's a journey that takes courage, patience, and self-love. But it's a journey worth taking, because on the other side of pain is healing. On the other side of heartache is hope. Remember, life goes on, and so can you. You are stronger than you think. Heartache is a journey, not a destination. And like all journeys, it has its highs and lows. As we draw to a close, let's reflect on the journey we've just embarked on together. We began by understanding heartache, recognizing it as a universal human experience that can leave us feeling lost and alone. Yet it's important to remember that feeling this pain is not only natural, but it's a crucial part of the healing process. We delved into a personal story of heartache, a tale that may have echoed your own experiences. It served as a reminder that we all have our battles, and no one is spared from the trials of heartbreak. But it's through these trials that we learn, grow, and find strength we never knew we had. We explored the process of healing, acknowledging that it isn't linear and it doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, patience, and a lot of self-love. It's a journey that you embark on at your own pace, and there's no set timeline for when you should be over your heartache. We highlighted the importance of self-care during these times. Nurturing your mental, physical, and emotional health is paramount. It's okay to prioritize yourself, to take a step back and focus on your well-being. You deserve care and compassion, especially from yourself. We underscored the value of having a support system. Friends, family, or professional help can provide comfort, perspective, and a safe space to express your feelings. They remind you that you're not alone in this journey. We discussed turning pain into strength. Heartache, though painful, can serve as a catalyst for personal growth. It can inspire resilience, compassion, and a deeper understanding of your own emotions. And finally, we talked about moving forward, about finding hope in the midst of heartache, and about the promise of better days ahead. Remember, you are not alone, and most importantly, remember that this too shall pass.